Hello dear students, welcome back to the class 7. That is the first topic you are going to deal with the integers. So first in the integers, first you are going to study the definition of integers. First concept you are going to study the definition of integers. So first concept you are going to study the definition of integers. Second concept you are going to study, that is rules of integers. Rules of integers. Rules of integers. And next concept you are going to study, that is properties of integers. Properties of integers. Properties of integers. So in this video you are going to study three concepts, that is first one is definition of integers, rules of integers. Next you are going to study the properties of integers. Okay, so one by one we are going to study the definition of integers, rules of integers and properties of integers. So one by one we study the concept. So first one we are having as definition of integers. So what is the definition of integers? The numbers expressed in the form of which are positive and negative. The numbers expressed in the form which are positive and negative, with including zero. Such type of numbers are called integers. So this is the definition of integers. The numbers expressed in the form of which are positive and negative including zero are called integers. So this is the definition of integers. So by knowing the example and by solving some of the integers problem, we'll come to know what are integers. So see here, numbers which are positive and negative. So see here, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the numbers which are on the left are called negative integers. The numbers which are on the right are called positive integers. And this 0 is neutral. So 0 line which includes the 0. So see here, numbers which are on the left are negative integers. The numbers which are on the right are positive integers. With 0 are called integers. And integers are denoted by Z. So this is the definition of integers. So this is the examples for integers and it is denoted by Z. So see here once again students, the numbers expressed in the form which are positive and negative including 0 are called integers, and the numbers which are on the right are called positive integers. The numbers which are on the left side are called negative integers and it is denoted by Z. Okay, so this is the definition of integer. Next you are going to study the rules of integers, rules for integers. Next one you are going to study, that is rules of integers. Rules of integers. So first rule you are having as the sum of two integer is always integer. The sum of two integers. The sum of two integer is always integer. The sum of two integer is always integer. So what do you mean by this? The statement says the sum of two integer is always integer. By knowing the example, we'll come to know. Okay. So see here, first I take any two integers. I take two integers as 3 and 4. Example, I take the three integers 3 and 4. They are saying the sum of two integer is always integer. So I take two integers, that is 3. I take sum. Sum means here plus sign, the sum of two integers. So this is first integer, this is the second integer. First integer I have taken as 3, second integer I have taken 4, and this is a sum symbol. The word sum means indicated by plus sign. So 3 plus 4, which is equals to 7. Means 7 is also an integers. I told the definition of integers, the numbers expressed in the form of which are positive and negative, including 0, are called integers. The first rule says the sum of two integer is always integer. So first integer I have taken as 3, second integer I have taken as 4. Sum means here the plus sign. So 3 plus 4 is equals to 7. So the sum of two integer is always integer. The sum of two integer is always integer. So this is the rule 1 for the integers. So second one we will see now. What is the second rule for the integers? So see here, the sum of two integer is always integer, you have seen. Next property you are going to study, that is the sum of two negative integer is always integer. The sum of two negative integers is always a negative integer. Okay. So rule 2, the sum of two negative integer is always in a negative integer. By solving the example you come to know. So what do you mean by the sum of two integer? The sum of two negative integers is always a negative integer. So example you are having as, that is I take -3 and -4. These two examples. So this is one negative integer and one more integer we are having as -4. The sum of two negative integer is always a negative integer. So here -3 plus of -7. Okay. So see our example I have taken -3 plus of -7. Okay. So -3 as it is, plus into minus you have as minus. Okay. And of -7, which is equals to -10. So -3 -7. So these are sum of two negative integers. -3 -7. 7 plus 3 is equals to 10. We have to keep the sign as same in the when you are adding the two negative integer. So -3 -7, which is equals to -10. Okay. So rule 3. So what does a rule 3 says? So see here all of you, rule 3 says, what does the rule 3 says? When we add or subtract two integers, when we add or subtract two integer, first we add the numbers. First one a, first we add the numbers, then second point, what we do, we see the greater number sign, greater number sign, and we denote. So this is your third rule. In third rule there are 2 points. When we add or subtract the two integer, first we add the numbers. We see the greater number sign and we denote. So see, we denote that sign. We denote that sign. Means what do you mean by this? So what does this statement says? When we add or subtract two integers, means I take first two integers. So I take first integer as example. I take first integer as that is 8. Second integer I take as -7. Okay. And one more example, I take first integer as -5, second integer I take as +3. Okay. So I take here two examples. So here we can see the two examples. One integer we have taken as 8, second integer we have taken as -. So firstly we do a sum operation. First we have taken as 8. First I will drop this all the statement. Okay, we solve this. Okay, so see here all of you. First we take 8 and -7. So we do the sum, that is 8 plus of -7. So 8 plus of -7, which is equals to, so see here all of you, 8 plus of -7, 8 plus into minus is -7. Now see, first do the difference. 8 minus 7 is 1. Here we can see the greater number sign. Greater number sign you are having as 8, so it is positive. So the answer is 1. Similarly, see one more example. Bth example. One integer is -5. One more integer is +3. Okay. So see here -5. -5 we make again sum. Plus of 3. Okay. So -5 plus 3. So 5 plus 3. -5 plus 3. Here see, here we are having the two operation, minus and plus. Whenever we are having the minus and plus, we have to do subtraction. So 5 and 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2. We have to see the greater number sign you are having as minus sign. So we keep this as minus sign. So this is -2. So this is the third rule. Okay, by seeing the greater number sign, we have to keep this sign. Okay. Next one, you are having this as properties of integers. Next one we are having this as properties of integers. Properties of integers. Properties of integers. So first property you are going to study the closure property. First property you are going to study, that is closure property. Second property you are going to study, that is commutative property. Commutative property. Third property you are going to study, that is associative property. Associative property. So these three properties you are going to study in the properties of integer. So first one is closure property, second one is commutative property, third one is associative property. So what do you mean by the definition of closure properties? Second property is commutative property, third property is associative property. So see here, first one by one we give the definition and we'll give the one example. Okay, so first property I am going to study, that is closure property. You are going to study the closure property, that is if A and B, if A and B are two integers, if A and B are two integers, then A plus B is also an integer. Okay. So closure property says if A and B are two integers, then A plus B is also an integer. Okay. So example, first example, that is 3 plus 7, which is equals to 10. if A and B, here A is 3, B is 7, A and B are two integer, then the sum of two integer is always integer. Second one, see, if you take one more example, minus 5 plus 3. Okay, so 5 and 3. See, the plus and minus two operations are there. We have to do minus 5 minus 3 is 2. By seeing the greater number sign, we keep this sign. So minus 5 plus 3, which is equals to minus 2. Okay, so these are two examples for closure property. Closure property says if A and B are two integers, then A plus B is also an integer. Then 3 plus 7, which is equals to 10, minus 5 plus 3, which is equals to minus 2. Okay, next property you are having as commutative property. Next property you are having as commutative property. So we'll write this next as commutative property. Okay, so what is the definition of commutative property? If A and B are two integers, this statement is same. This statement we have to keep as it is. If A and B are two integers, then A plus B is equals to B plus A. If A and B are two integers, then A plus B is equals to B plus A. Example you see, that is, I take 3 plus 2, which is equals to 2 plus 3. A is 3, B is 2, again B is 2, A is 3. 3 plus 2, which is equals to 2 plus 3, is 3 plus 2, which is equals to 5, 2 plus 3, which is equals to 5. Okay, so this is one example. One more example, if I take minus 5 plus 3, again 3 minus of 5, means here see, minus 5 plus 3, which is equals to 3 minus 5, means A is your minus 5, B is plus 3, A is 3, here again B plus, again A, B is 3 and A is minus 5. So see here minus 5 plus 3, minus 5 of plus 3, which is equals to minus 2. Okay, so 5 minus 3 is 2. By seeing the greater number sign, we have to keep this as minus 2, which is equals to minus 5, 3. So 5 minus 3 is again 2, which is equals to minus 2. So closure property, that is commutative property, holds good for addition also. Okay, so this is the properties of integers. Next one we are having as associative property. Next one you are having this as associative property. Third property, so this is a third property. Okay, if A and B are that is integers, so here see, for closure property and commutative property we are having A and B are integers, but here A comma B, here change the statement, if A comma B and C are three integers, then A plus of B plus C, which is equals to A plus B plus of C. Okay, so A plus B plus of C. So this is the rule. If A comma B and C are three integers, then A plus of B plus C, which is equals to A plus of plus C, which is equals to A plus into bracket B plus C, which is equals to A plus of C. Okay, so see the example. A is equals to I consider 2, B is equals to I consider 3, C is equals to I consider 4. Okay, so A is 2 plus of, B is 3 plus of 4, which is equals to, again A is again 2, B is 3 plus of 4. A is 2, B is 3, C is equals to 4, which is equals to 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is equals to 7, 2 plus 3, which is equals to 5 plus of 4. So here's 2 plus 7, which is equals to 9, 7 plus 4 which is equals to 9. Again LHS is equals to RHS, means we can say associative property holds good for addition. So these are some properties. So these three properties you have to make use of and you have to verify in the form of integers. So integers holds good for closure property of addition, integer holds commutative property holds good for addition, and associative property holds good for addition. So see here, so all this video you have to go through and you have to note down the definition of integers, rules of integer, properties of integers, all you have to note down and you have to send me on my WhatsApp number.